Welcome back to the show, and right now we're going to be going into a very sensitive topic, sexual assault. And right here with me, I have the very beautiful Janes Amondi. I know her name is a little bit difficult, Janes Amondi, and she's going to be sharing with us her stories. First of all, Janes, thank you so much for being with us on the show. It's very extremely brave of you to speak out about your experience.
Thank you so much.
On this end, mimi nakwambia kuna dem moja anaitwa Libby Ndambo. She's a musician, that's why we are laughing. Nilijaribu hiyo jani kakata. But she's also a champion for rights, women's rights, and that's why she's here. She's also a blogger. She's going to be talking, uta mention to blog because we continue, and that's how we just delve into the conversation. Remember, statistics inasema MSF did a statistics in 2016, and it says 2,421 women raped in the year 2016. So it becomes a big, big problem. And that's why we have these ladies to just help us demystify all these odds. We'd like to just start with Janes, who's going to tell us her story. Kidogo tu.
Thank you very much. You've known me for a while, and over the years, I've used my story to reach out to survivors of rape or people who haven't found a platform to actually talk about what happened. I got raped in 2014, and I conceived as a result, but I only managed to talk about it in 2016. Now, my main aim to talk about my story was to just tell people, you know what, it happened, and this is my chance to actually reach out to people who have gone through rape, who have gone through any form of sexual assault, be it molestation when they were still young. So me writing my story reached out to very many people, and that is when I realized that there's power in blogging, yeah? And I've been working with a few girls and a few guys who have gone through the same, who are survivors of rape, yes.
Definitely. And Libby, why do you tell all these ladies, like you're just on the forefront? I'm going to make sure that all these ladies get their rights achieved.
Basically, I am passionate about women because I think women can be the best versions of themselves once they identify their issues, once they identify that there's a problem with how they view themselves, and so society will view them the way they view themselves. So if the women see themselves as sexual objects, and that's how men will treat them, you know. So for me, I'm passionate about speaking about wholesome approach. So I don't just talk about rape, and I don't just talk about women. I talk about everything that has to do with a woman, career, men, everything. Yes. And my blog is More Than Beautiful KE. Yes.
Libby, you said you're an upcoming musician.
Yes.
Is music a tool that you use to portray your message, as well as blogging?
Yes, definitely. I'm not a recording artist yet, so the concerts that I have done, I have made it very clear to people that my music has 4 approaches: my love for country, love for God, love for people, and love for purpose. Now, love for people comes in that aspect of, if the women I'm singing to are rape victims and they are suffering because of that, then I need to sing a song either of protest on their behalf, or a song that inspires them, that despite and in spite everything that they've gone through, that they can get past that and actually rise up to the occasion.
I'll just ask Amondi, there's some, according to the Section 8 of the Sexual Assault Offences Act, you know that anyone who's defiled below the ages of 11, life imprisonment. That is what happens to the perpetrator of this. And of course, ages 12 to 17, 30 years in prison, and of course 18 to 25, the sentence goes a little bit low. Do you think that that's good punishment enough? That's punishment enough. We can't say good punishment.
That is not punishment enough.
What do you think should be done?
We were discussing with Libby, and we were wondering why do they have things like bail for people who are the rapists? Yeah, why do we have things like that? Because the moment you commit such an act, this is a heinous act, this is an act against humanity, you're depriving someone of everything that was made for her or him. I don't think there's punishment that is enough for such. So sometimes I feel like if you've been accused of being a rapist, let us, and tuimalizie hapo, let us go to court, we end it at that, enda jela, you get? Because the moment you're telling me there is bail, that means you can still come and throw words at me, nothing will happen to you. And it's rather unfortunate that the guys who are accused never really end up in prison.
True.
You get? The act is there. I was telling Libby before we came on that there's the act, there's the law against it, but there is no one who is actually working towards it. And there's no one who is following up. And I'll give you this. Just 2 weeks ago, I was at World Bank offices at Washington, and they were giving us statistics that are hilarious. Because us ourselves, yes, you're saying that things have been reported, but we are not seeing it. Walk into a police station right now and actually tell them, give me an OB of someone who where they record people who have reported rape. They don't have it.
Wow. Libby, your response on the same, do you think it's punishment enough?
I think that whatever you do, it cannot be enough to punish someone for taking such a gift away. I keep telling people, sex is a gift that I give to someone. Rape denies me the power to give. And you can never take that power back from, you know, I can take you to life, I can castrate you, I can do everything, but it is never enough. And I think the issue is not, can we change the law to put more punishment for people? The issue is, can we change the cultural mindset of people in its approach to rape and victims and even the perpetrators, so that we don't even discuss rape. You know, if we look at the Bible, and I'm a Christian and I believe what was there is right, do you know when the wife of the Levite who was killed because of rape, this gang raped them, and then he went home, cut the body in 12 pieces, sent to the tribes of Judah. Do you know that the Israelites went to war just so that this heinous act can be punished against the tribe of Benjamin? You know, so we can do all those things, but rape will still be there. King David did the same thing.
I'd just like to get feedback from you. Immediately you were raped. Did you report it immediately? Did you do it? Did you report immediately? Did people believe you immediately? And was there sufficient evidence on the same?
For me, I never reported it because any survivor will tell you that the moment you get raped, you want to get out of there. You want to do everything possible to forget about what happened. It took me a while. I'm very close to my family, yeah? So it only took me till 2015, February, to actually open up and tell them, you know what, Dad, Mom, this and this happened. And for me, it was fortunate that they knew their child. My father knew me, my mother knew me. And they could say, Jens, I know my daughter, and if this happened to her, it really did. And if I would have reported it then, there would be sufficient evidence. But I started talking about it later, and that is what happens to most of the survivors. They never talk about it till it has weighed down on them, they're depressed and all that. Yeah,
that's how we're going to crown the topic tonight. Thank you very much, James, for creating time to be here with us. This story doesn't actually end here. Farmer Mohammed is going to have more information for us tomorrow. Veiled Pain. Make sure 8:30 create time kuweza kuwatch Mbulu Yako Mazejo. Make sure that you watch your documentary. And of course, Libby Ndambo, I'm going to follow up on your blog. Thank you very much for creating time. And we slide out.